So, you've embarked on your seasonal journey and you're ready to make some silver. Or you're a returning player who hasn't played the game ever since the Central Market was updated. Whichever is the case, the Central Market is a pivotal part in your journey through Black Desert Online. Now, the reason for this is Black Desert Online is unique in the fact that it does not allow player-to-player trading. Now, this is a double-edged sword because on one hand, it's great because it eliminates bots for the most part throughout the game, but on the other hand, it's an MMO, and in MMOs, we kind of like to hook our friends up, right? And like give them gear and give them silver to start them out whenever they come to the game. So it's kind of like a give and take sort of thing. So I'm basically going to give you a rundown, the TLDR, on how the Central Market works and kind of just hit the high points. Now, in order to access the Central Market, this can be done a number of ways. You can press escape, type in Central, and click Central Market. This will bring up the Central Market. On the classic UI, you can just click the icon for the Central Market, and that will bring it up that way, which is located right here. Or, the final ways, you can talk to an NPC in a city, be it a storage NPC, or one of these Central Market directors. These are the easiest ways to access. Now, when you open the Central Market, this is what you will see. You hit Manage Warehouse, and the Central Market basically functions as its own pseudo storage. As you can see here, mine is a mess because I basically use it as an extension of my own personal inventory because it can hold many items. So say you want to sell an item, you just take that item, toss it into the Central Market, you hit sell, and then it brings you back to this screen. And the items that you want to sell will be in here. Now, if you're like me and you have a lot of items, it might be best for you to search. So say I want to sell a sisal necklace. It will then make that item glow gold. It will jump to that item and it will dark out everything else, making it really easy to find. Now, when you click the item, you will see it brings up the page for that specific item, right? Now, the way BDO's market works is for every item, there is a preset range in which the item can be sold for, and this preset range rises and lowers depending on supply and demand, right? So the frequency of the item is getting sold, the frequency at which the item is pre-ordered, and for what price the item is getting sold, right? So if I was to take this item and list it for this current price that I have select, registered, it will ask me to confirm. Bam. So as I list the item, if you come right here, you will see that my item is currently listed as a sell order, and I can actually see the item if I went and searched it up. I can actually see my own listing once it goes through. So, as someone just bought the item, there's the silver that is now sitting there ready to collect at my convenience. Now, this is an important part to remember. Black Desert Online has a tax system in terms of when you sell items. So when you sell an item, by default, you get 65% of the silver back that you sell an item from. Now you're probably thinking like, that's a ton of tax. Like that's a crazy amount of tax. But there are ways to increase the amount of silver that you get back and lower those taxes. For example, if you have a value pack activated, the value pack basically gives you an extra 30% silver collection from the Central Market, which basically makes it so that when you sell an item, you get 84.5% of the silver back instead of just 65%, making the value pack very useful. Very important. On top of that, there's a couple other ways that you can get more. Having high family fame will bring you an extra 1.5% silver back. And you can also get another 5% by having the Rich Merchant Ring, which is a treasure item. However, that's probably a story for another day because it's one of the rarest and hardest to obtain items in the game. Now, past that point, we need to talk about something very important, which is buy orders. So, let's say you want an item, and that item is sold out, right? So we pick something like milk that sells out pretty frequently. What you can do, if there is none of an item listed on the market, you can then go set a buy order for however many of the item you want, and you'll have this pop up. You hit buy, and you just added a buy order. Now you can see your buy orders by going to sell and then the buy tab. And under the buy tab, you can look at all of these items that I currently have buy orders on. So then if somebody lists the item onto the marketplace at the price that I have set, it will then go to me depending on a couple different factors. Now this part is very important to remember, and even a lot of players that have been playing the game for a long time don't understand this concept. So let's pick an item, let's pick a new item that is currently still trying to find its market value. So if you look here at these Ultimate Home Crystals that just recently came out with the latest expansion, there are 470 pre-orders on this item at max price. Now, what that means is that if I was to put a pre-order on the item right now, 470 of them would have to sell before I would get mine. And the reason for this is because you do not see a blue uptick telling you that the item is at max price. So if the item is not at the system's maximum possible price, then it will always go to whoever put their order in first and sell in order. Now that is a concept that even many old players don't know. However, if it is an item that is already historically hit the max price, so we can look up an item, let's see, let's try to find something that is currently max price. Let's look up a Deboreka item. So a Deboreka item, as you will see, is at max price, right? With this blue up arrow to the left. Now, because there is this blue up arrow to the left, that means that the item is at the system max. And because of that, if you are to put a pre-order at an item that is at the max system pre-order, it is RNG who the item goes to instead of in order. So now I'll say that again. If an item is not currently at the system max and there's not enough supply and there are pre-orders at it, then whoever puts their pre-order in first and in order of who puts the pre-order will get the item in that order. However, if the item is at the system's max price, which will be denoted by this blue triangle or blue up arrow, then the item, once it's listed or sold by another player, it will then be RNG randomly given to one of the people that have a buy order on it. That is an important concept to remember. Now, past that, I think that is basically the general gist of the central market itself. Value pack is very, very important. Now, this item is pretty much a game changer, and there's a lot of ways to play around not having it, honestly. So basically, a lot of players, or at least some players used to, that did not want to run value pack, they would basically build up loyalty over the course of their time playing. And if you go to the Pearl Shop and then loyalty, they would get the free 1-day value pack every couple of weeks, in which they would then market dump all of their items and then have the value pack bonus. Now, you can play like that if you would like to, but I would say in general, the value pack is very important when it comes to selling things on the market. Other than that, those are the main high points. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. You can catch me streaming on Twitch if you would like. That's it for me. Thank you guys for watching.